Hey, good people. Today I'm going to be reviewing this product. I'm also going to do an application of this product. Now, this is the Dark and Lovely Protective Relief, and I came across it when I was experiencing a lot of itching in one spot in the middle of my head, specifically, and maybe one other area. But it wasn't all the time, but it was intense and unusual. If your scalp never itches and one day you find that there's always itching here and there's always itching and it's sporadically, I couldn't figure out what it was. There was no dandruff or anything. And I figured maybe it was some sort of allergic reaction to some ingredient in one of the products. However, if that was the case, my whole scalp should be itching, not just specific points. So I went one day just to find something to soothe my scalp and stop the itching. And one of the first products I found was this. Works very well. I'm not sure if I've done a review, but I will also do a review on this as well. Came across this, saw protective relief, wasn't sure what that meant. And the font is so small that I didn't get a chance to really read it in the store, and it's taking me until today to do so. But I normally and always am a label reader. I read all the labels, the ingredients, to know what's in the product. So, this product, let me just tell you what it is. It says that I'm going to read a little bit about it so that you have a clear idea of what you choose to purchase. And the protective relief is said to be, actually, I should put it somewhere where you can see it. So this is the protective relief. Okay. And it says that the Dark and Lovely Protective Relief is expertly designed to relieve scalp tensions caused by protective styles. Now, that is what came to my mind, that with the recent trend of wigs and clips and clip-ins and all these hairstyles we're doing as protective styling, you're bound to have repercussions to that. When people are going to do things like that excessively, something is going to go awry because your hair itself and scalp are going to be affected. The wigs are going to sit on your edges. The tension with the braids to put in the crochet, whatever things they are, the clip-ins sit on your scalp and squeeze them in. I'm not somebody who uses any of those things, but I know for sure. I knew that something was going to come out of this because a lot of people are going to forget about their hair care. Your scalp care is as important. If you're wearing a wig constantly, your scalp needs to breathe, not just at night. And then the tension of the braids and the things like that, you have to be cautious, about that. So I figured protective styling had to do with protective styling. That people may think they're protecting their hair and their scalp when in actual fact they are causing damage by maybe not washing it as regularly as they would if they weren't wearing wigs or clip-ins and clip-ons and all that stuff. And just general hair, sanitary hair care practices. Even your stylists, how much tension they put on your hair, how rough they are in combing out your hair. When you braid tightly, when it pulls on the hair and the follicles swell, that the scalp below the follicles swell. So there's an aggression on your scalp and on your hair, so you don't lose it. So that is one point there. Benefits of the Dark and Lovely Protective Relief: castor and marula oils infused in the Dark and Lovely Protective Relief will instantly soothe and nourish your scalp. That I cannot dispute. Castor oil works for me. Marula oil is new on the markets, so to speak. I don't know much about it. But what I noticed about this product was soothing. Soothing. I mean, that was the instant relief I got, and it doesn't have a fragrance. I do not like my hair smelling like peppermint, menthol, spearmint. Those are things I don't care for. Keep them in the toothpaste area. And I don't like, so I tend not to like anything that says braid and scalp relief, because it's usually peppermint, menthol. It's overpowering, and I don't like that. This has all that, but it doesn't have that fragrance. As far as I'm concerned, this is fragrance free, but it isn't, because in the ingredients it shows that it isn't fragrance free, but they have made it so that you're not walking around smelling like toothpaste, or or like you have sore limbs and you're putting one of those soothing skin muscle relief products. So it has castor and marula, or primary products that are in there. Dark and Lovely protective relief, unique formula, soothe, moisturize, and visibly reduce the appearance of dandruff. I didn't have dandruff, so but I'm sure it does. It helps, right? The Dark and Lovely protective relief keeps braids, wigs, and weaves fresher for longer, and it also says on this, locks. It also includes locks as well, for people with locks as well. And then the ingredients, it has water, glycerin. So if you're really on the organic side of things, this may not be the product for you, but you have to realize that for a product to sit on a shelf long enough and last long, there are some ingredients that just have to be in there. There are ingredients that are needed to fuse oil and water so that they can mix well. So if you're on the extreme end of this organic thing, this is not your product. Okay, if you want something solely organic, this is not. This has your basic ingredients that are in every product that you have grown up using. So it has paraffin liquidum, that is like petroleum jelly type thing, mineral oil, it has glycol, it has stearid glycol, stearid ricinus, it has ricinus seed oil, which is castor oil. It has all the other ingredients that you probably are not into. Carboba is very good for detangling, and that is one thing about this product. They don't talk about it. It's a great detangler. That is one thing I love about it. One of the major reasons I like it, because if your hair is sitting under a wig or hasn't been done for days, when you take it out, it's going to be detangled. It's going to be a little, maybe some people it's matted. You don't need to add extra stress on your hair with your comb or your fingers or stuff like that. Because some people will just see your dry hair and just comb it hard and and really put more stress on your scalp and your hair. You can lose hair that way. You can cause more pain to your scalp, and this does that. I find that if my hair is dry and I apply it to my scalp and I massage my scalp, or immediately adding this product to my scalp, it loosens the hair. The hair gets loose and detangles with ease. So by the time you're detangling it, even with a comb, it is effortless. This I love because of that. One of the main reasons I love it, because it's fragrance free. It gives you that cooling effect that is not accompanied with any menthol, peppermint. What is peppermint? I hate that. And then it also has the usual thing, tocopherol, which is vitamin E, cinnamon, biferol, that's marula. It has coumarin, is the fragrance, but and linalool. So and limonene, which must be a bit of lemon oil. So those kinds of things are estrogens, and estrogens, antibacterial. What was I going to say? Antibacterial, antiseptic, limonene. You have that. So for those of you who maybe be scratching your hair, cause sores and stuff like that, this product also has some antiseptic properties. They're not saying that in here, but just by virtue of the fact that I have enough knowledge about these products with my cosmetic science background as well. And then it says the Dark and Lovely protective relief is infused with castor oil, marula, and proven anti-dandruff active to instantly soothe, moisturize, and reduce the appearance of dandruff. So there's an active in there that does that soothing without the menthol and peppermint fragrance or effect properties. There's something in addition to that. So you can purchase an active that does that. So it's one of those ingredients, or maybe it's not even listed. They should list all, but I didn't identify it as yet. And then it soothes your scalp tensions and keeps your protective styles fresh after using Dark and Lovely protective style. And then how should you use it? Directly on the scalp with a nozzle. Massage gently. Use as often. Use weekly for best results. Tips for stylists. Typically, installing protective style comes with some level of tension on the scalp. The stylist must ensure not to put too much tension on the scalp. However, it is advisable to use Dark and Lovely protective relief to soothe and moisturize the scalp. And I guess castor oil and marula are the key ingredients that they use to advertise it, like their marketing USP. I don't think if I'd seen castor oil and marula, I would have bought it. No, I wanted some relief, and that was why I purchased it. And then, okay. So I'm just now going to demonstrate. I haven't combed my hair. This is how I wore my hair yesterday. 2 braids and 2 braids in the back. And I wanted to show you, like, when I first undo my braids, like I do wear my hair in different styles every day. And when I undo my braids, so you know that your hair has been sitting tangled for a while, right? So this is my hair. And then I'm going to use a white tooth comb. Now, if you see, I'm kind of tugging. Because there's no moisture. It's dry, all that. So, and then I comb it out. Now, what I do is, and I love the fact that it is a well-made, the nozzle will not scratch you at all. I think this product here, this is the one where you cut the top to open the product. This will scratch you, because if you're cutting with the scissors, it's going to be uneven. This comes well made. It has this, so it prevents evaporation. It also prevents